1960s were a time of cultural revolution and automotive innovation, yet not all cars from the decade were designed to inspire. Many manufacturers targeted the growing demand for low-cost transportation, resulting in budget cars that prioritized affordability over quality. While these vehicles provided an entry point for cost-conscious buyers, their lack of reliability, uninspired design, and subpar performance often left much to be desired. Here are 13 forgotten budget cars from the 1960s that proved affordability didn't always mean value.
Dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support.
Number 13, AMC Rambler American, a car that aimed to provide budget-conscious buyers with an economical option during the 1960s. While the Rambler American succeeded in being affordable and simple, it fell short in key areas such as styling, build quality, and innovation. Affordability. The Rambler American was AMC's answer to the need for economical, no-frills transportation. It targeted families and individuals who prioritize price and practicality over luxury or performance. Compact simplicity. With its small footprint and basic engineering, the Rambler American was designed to be easy to maintain and fuel-efficient, appealing to a growing segment of cost-conscious buyers. Continuity. The Rambler name had a strong legacy dating back to the early 1950s, and AMC aimed to capitalize on that heritage by promoting the Rambler American as a dependable, value-oriented choice. Dated design. Even by the standards of the 1960s, the Rambler American styling was bland and unremarkable. Its boxy shape and lack of distinguishing features made it fade into the background of a competitive automotive market. Missed opportunities. While competitors were embracing bold, futuristic designs, the Rambler American seemed stuck in an earlier era, failing to excite buyers or reflect contemporary trends. Cheap materials. To keep costs low, AMC used budget-grade materials for the Rambler American. This resulted in interiors that wore out quickly and exteriors that didn't stand up well to the elements. Fit and finish issues. The car was often plagued by uneven panel gaps, rattling interiors, and other signs of subpar craftsmanship. These flaws reinforced its reputation as a cheap car rather than an economical one. Outdated engineering. The Rambler American relied heavily on older technology, such as antiquated suspension systems and underpowered engines. This made it less competitive with rivals that were investing in modern features and performance improvements. No wow factor. While some budget cars managed to stand out through clever marketing or unique selling points, the Rambler American failed to offer anything beyond basic transportation. While the Rambler American did find buyers among those who valued simplicity and low cost above all else, it struggled to capture a broader audience. Losing ground to rivals. Compact cars from Ford, Falcon, Chevrolet, Corvair, and Plymouth Valiant offered more style, better engineering, and greater brand appeal, leaving the Rambler American looking like an afterthought. The Rambler American's lackluster performance in the market mirrored AMC's broader struggles to compete with the big three automakers. By the late 1960s, the Rambler name was retired as AMC shifted its focus to other models. Buyers looking for affordable cars don't want them to look or feel cheap. The Rambler American's uninspired design serves as a reminder that even budget models need to project confidence and appeal. Cutting corners to save costs may make a car cheaper in the short term, but it can harm its long-term reputation. Durability and reliability are key to maintaining customer trust and loyalty. Even in the economy segment, staying up to date with technology and design trends is essential. The Rambler American's reliance on outdated engineering made it seem obsolete before its time. The AMC Rambler American is a classic example of a car that aimed to do one thing, be affordable, but stumbled by neglecting other crucial aspects of automotive design. While it succeeded in offering basic, economical transportation, its uninspired styling, poor build quality, and lack of innovation left it overshadowed by more compelling competitors. Today, the Rambler American is remembered more as a cautionary tale than as a shining example of budget automotive success. Number 12, Ford Falcon, a car that emerged as a response to the growing demand for compact, economical vehicles in the 1960s. While the Falcon succeeded in being budget-friendly and practical, it also earned a reputation for being uninspiring and overly simplistic. The changing market. By the late 1950s, American consumers were increasingly drawn to smaller, more economical cars, including imports like the Volkswagen Beetle. The Falcon was Ford's answer to this growing trend. Compact and economical. Designed to be light, fuel-efficient, and easy to maneuver, the Falcon was marketed as the ideal car for families seeking affordability without excess. Simplistic engineering. The Falcon was intentionally designed with minimal complexity to keep production costs and consumer prices low. Accessible pricing. With its low base price, the Falcon was one of the most affordable cars of its time, making it an attractive option for budget-conscious buyers. Uninspired design. The Falcon's styling was plain and generic, lacking the flair and personality seen in some of its competitors. Its boxy, unadorned lines did little to excite buyers or make a statement. Featureless interior. Inside, the Falcon was stripped down to the bare essentials, with basic upholstery, minimal instrumentation, and little attention to comfort or aesthetics. Anemic engines. Early Falcons were powered by small, underpowered inline-six engines that delivered mediocre acceleration and lacked the capability for spirited driving. Unremarkable ride quality. While practical, the Falcon's ride and handling were uninspiring, making it feel more like a chore to drive than an enjoyable experience. Conservative approach. Unlike rivals such as the Chevrolet Corvair, which experimented with a rear-engine layout, the Falcon stuck to a conventional front-engine, rear-wheel drive setup. This safe but uninspired approach failed to capture the imagination of buyers looking for something new. Missed opportunities. While Ford eventually introduced more interesting Falcon variants, such as the Sprint and the Ranchero, the core models remained largely unremarkable. Strong early sales. The Falcon's affordability and practicality resonated with consumers, making it one of Ford's best-selling models in the early 1960s. A solid start, its straightforward approach allowed Ford to gain a foothold in the compact car market. Competition heats up. As rivals introduced more stylish and innovative compact cars, the Falcon's plainness became increasingly apparent. Buyers began gravitating toward more exciting alternatives like the Chevrolet Corvair or the Plymouth Valiant. Lost identity. By the late 1960s, the Falcon was overshadowed by Ford's more popular models, such as the Mustang, which evolved from the Falcon platform but offered far greater appeal. While price is a critical factor in the compact car market, buyers also want a vehicle that feels like a step forward, not just a means of basic transportation. Even budget cars need to capture attention with thoughtful styling and competent performance. The Falcon's conservative approach left it looking and feeling outdated, even when new. The Falcon prioritized practicality and simplicity, but failed to balance these qualities with innovation or excitement. Successful budget cars like the Volkswagen Beetle or later Japanese imports struck a better balance between cost and desirability. The Ford Falcon represents an era when American automakers were scrambling to adapt to the growing demand for compact cars. While it achieved its goal of providing affordable, practical transportation, it failed to inspire buyers or push the boundaries of what a budget car could be. Today, the Falcon is remembered as a stepping stone in Ford's history, important but far from iconic. Number 11, Plymouth Valiant, a car designed to provide a domestic alternative to the growing popularity of compact imports in the 1960s. While the Valiant found an audience with budget-conscious buyers, it also earned a reputation for quirky styling, underwhelming performance, and nagging reliability problems. Rising import sales. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, compact cars like the Volkswagen Beetle were eating into the American car market. The Valiant was Chrysler's effort to reclaim this segment with a practical, economical option. The Valiant was smaller and lighter than Plymouth's full-size offerings, promising fuel efficiency and maneuverability in urban environments. Affordable price tag. The Valiant was positioned as an economical choice for families and first-time buyers. Simplicity in design, Chrysler emphasized the car's no-frills functionality, aiming to attract buyers who valued practicality over luxury. The first-generation Valiant featured unusual styling, with a narrow grille, large round headlights, and an exaggerated rear deck. While some found it distinctive, many saw it as awkward and unattractive. Missed aesthetic appeal. In a segment where imports like the Beetle had charm and American competitors like the Ford Falcon went for clean simplicity, the Valiant's design felt like it was trying too hard. The early Valiant came with a 170 cubic inch slant 6 engine. While it was innovative in design, it struggled to deliver adequate power, particularly when compared to larger American cars. The Valiant's ride quality and handling were uninspiring, making it feel less refined than competitors. Frequent mechanical problems. Buyers often reported problems with the slant 6 engine, including overheating and oil leaks. Transmission issues were also common in the early models. Subpar build quality, interiors were prone to wear, and rust was a persistent problem, particularly in northern climates. The Valiant's unique design and compact size initially attracted attention, and it carved out a niche among buyers seeking something different from the norm. Sales momentum. Despite its flaws, the Valiant sold reasonably well in its early years, helped by its low price and Chrysler's reputation. As competitors like the Chevrolet Corvair and Ford Falcon refined their offerings, the Valiant struggled to keep up. Buyers gravitated toward alternatives that offered more reliability or better styling. Over time, the Valiant came to symbolize Chrysler's inability to fully compete in the compact car market, particularly against imports that offered greater value. While functionality is crucial, aesthetics play a significant role in attracting buyers. The Valiant's quirky design alienated many, proving that even economical cars need visual appeal. Budget-conscious buyers are often the least tolerant of frequent repairs and mechanical issues. The Valiant's reliability problems tarnished its reputation and hurt Chrysler's standing in the compact car market. The Valiant's slant 6 engine was an innovative design, but its execution left much to be desired. Cutting-edge ideas must be paired with rigorous testing and refinement to ensure reliability. The Plymouth Valiant was Chrysler's earnest attempt to compete in the burgeoning compact car market, but it stumbled in key areas like styling, performance, and reliability. While it found a niche among budget-conscious buyers, it never fully delivered on its promise of practicality and value. Today, the Valiant serves as a cautionary tale for automakers about the importance of balance in design, engineering, and execution. Number 10, Studebaker Lark, an ambitious yet ultimately flawed effort by Studebaker to stay relevant in the fiercely competitive compact car market of the 1960s. While marketed as an economical and practical option, the Lark fell victim to dated design, declining build quality, and lackluster performance. Financial struggles. By the late 1950s, Studebaker was on the brink of collapse. The Lark was designed to revive the brand by tapping into the growing demand for compact, economical cars. Cost-effective production. Studebaker reused existing platforms and parts to save on development costs, allowing the company to launch the Lark quickly and at a relatively low price point. The Lark aimed to compete with the likes of the Ford Falcon, Chevrolet Corvair, and Plymouth Valiant, offering a smaller, fuel-efficient option for budget-conscious buyers. The Lark was available in a variety of body styles, including sedans, wagons, and convertibles, to appeal to a broad audience. The Lark borrowed heavily from Studebaker's earlier models, particularly the 1953 Champion and Commander. By the 1960s, these design cues looked stale and uninspired. The compact dimensions often resulted in odd proportions, making the car look stubby and unbalanced compared to more modern competitors. As Studebaker's financial woes deepened, corners were cut in materials and assembly. This led to frequent complaints about rattling interiors, poor fit and finish, and early onset of rust. The interiors were Spartan and quickly showed wear, which disappointed buyers expecting more durability and comfort, even in a budget car. The Lark was offered with small 6-cylinder and underpowered V8 engines, which struggled to deliver sufficient performance. Acceleration was sluggish, and the engines often felt strained at highway speeds. The Lark's handling was uninspired, with vague steering and a soft suspension that prioritized ride comfort over agility. When introduced in 1959, the Lark was well received for its practicality and affordability. It temporarily boosted Studebaker's sales and gave the company a lifeline. At first, the Lark's compact size and versatility helped it stand out in a market dominated by larger cars. By the early 1960s, competitors like the Ford Falcon and Chevrolet Corvair had caught up and surpassed the Lark in design, performance, and reliability. As the Lark's build quality declined, so did consumer confidence in Studebaker as a brand. In a rapidly evolving market, sticking to outdated designs can quickly make a product obsolete. The Lark's reliance on old styling alienated buyers who wanted something fresh and contemporary. While budget constraints often require cost-cutting, sacrificing too much quality can erode consumer trust. The Lark's declining build quality undermined its early success. Budget cars must still deliver adequate power and driving dynamics. The Lark's weak engines and uninspiring handling left it unable to compete with more capable rivals. The Lark represents both a fleeting moment of hope and a cautionary tale in Studebaker's history. While it initially helped stave off the company's demise, its flaws ultimately accelerated Studebaker's downfall. By the mid-1960s, the automaker's inability to modernize and compete effectively in the compact car segment sealed its fate. The Lark reminds us that even in challenging times, innovation, quality, and a clear understanding of market demands are essential for success. Number 9. Mercury Comet, a vehicle that shared much of its DNA with the Ford Falcon. While it was an affordable option for buyers on a budget, it failed to leave a lasting impression. A response to market trends. By the early 1960s, compact cars were becoming increasingly popular as buyers sought smaller, more economical vehicles. The Comet was Mercury's attempt to cater to this growing demand. The Comet was intended to offer a slightly more upscale alternative to the Ford Falcon, appealing to buyers who wanted affordability with a hint of Mercury's premium branding. The Comet borrowed heavily from the Falcon's platform, enabling Mercury to produce the car cost-effectively. Like its Ford counterpart, the Comet was designed for urban drivers seeking a maneuverable and fuel-efficient car. Despite attempts to differentiate it from the Falcon, the Comet's design was generic and uninspired. Its conservative lines lacked the flair or personality needed to stand out in a competitive market. While marketed as part of Mercury's lineup, the Comet did little to reflect the brand's traditionally more luxurious image. Buyers saw it as a rebranded Falcon, and not in a good way. Unlike competitors such as the Chevrolet Corvair, which had its rear-engine novelty, or the Plymouth Valiant, which had quirky styling, the Comet brought nothing distinctive to the table. The car's utilitarian nature made it functional but forgettable, failing to excite buyers or create brand loyalty. The Comet used the same basic engine options as the Falcon, including a small inline-six and an optional V8 in later years. These engines were adequate but lacked excitement or refinement. With a suspension setup focused on comfort, the Comet handled poorly compared to some of its rivals, delivering a mundane driving experience. The Comet's affordability and practicality attracted buyers looking for an economical vehicle during its early years. During the 1960s, compact cars were in demand, and the Comet benefited from this trend. Many buyers preferred the Ford Falcon for its stronger brand recognition and similar features at a slightly lower price. By trying to compete with Ford rather than carve out its niche, the Comet blurred Mercury's brand identity and diluted its appeal. Rebadging an existing model can be cost-effective, but it risks creating a product that lacks its own identity. The Comet never fully escaped the shadow of the Falcon. Budget-friendly cars can be practical without being bland. Automakers must strive to add unique features or styling to make their vehicles memorable. By sticking to a conservative formula, the Comet failed to capture the imagination of buyers. Risk-taking in design and engineering is often necessary to stand out in a crowded market. While the Comet served its purpose as an economical car for budget-conscious buyers, it failed to deliver on Mercury's promise of more premium and distinctive vehicles. Its lack of originality, coupled with its mundane performance and styling, rendered it forgettable in the history of compact cars. The Comet stands as a reminder that even budget-oriented cars need character to succeed. Its mediocrity underscores the importance of brand identity, innovation, and boldness in automotive design. Number 8, Chevrolet Chevy 2, later known as the Nova, which was introduced in the early 1960s as a response to the rising demand for compact cars. While it aimed to provide an economical and practical option for budget-conscious buyers, its uninspired design and lack of exciting features rendered it more forgettable than fun. Chevrolet designed the Chevy 2 to be an economical option for families and individuals looking for reliable transportation without breaking the bank. The Chevy 2 was intended to meet basic transportation needs, providing a no-frills experience that resonated with budget-minded consumers. Available as a 2-door sedan, 4-door sedan, and station wagon, the Chevy 2 aimed to cater to different buyer preferences while maintaining affordability. Chevrolet marketed the Chevy 2 as a straightforward, easy-to-maintain vehicle, appealing to those who prioritize functionality over flair. The Chevy 2 featured a boxy, generic shape that lacked the character or excitement found in other contemporary compact cars. Its design didn't stand out in a crowded market filled with more stylish options. Unlike rivals that offered sporty or unique styling cues, the Chevy 2 was often seen as dull, failing to attract buyers looking for something visually engaging. The initial engine offerings included a modest inline-4 and a weak 6-cylinder option. While functional, they provided a lack of excitement or responsiveness that left many drivers wanting more. Competitors like the Ford Falcon and Dodge Dart offered more engaging performance options, making the Chevy 2 feel outdated before its time. While designed for practicality, the Chevy 2's ride quality and handling were uninspiring, lacking the sporty feel that some buyers sought in a compact car. The Chevy 2 didn't offer the innovation or features that could have set it apart, making it easy for potential buyers to overlook in favor of more exciting options. At launch, the Chevy 2 found an audience among consumers looking for an economical vehicle, and its pricing made it an attractive option in the compact segment. Early models saw decent sales figures, but interest waned as the market evolved and competitors began to offer more appealing alternatives. As the market for compact cars grew, so did competition. Models with better styling, performance, and features began to overshadow the Chevy 2. In 1969, Chevrolet rebranded the Chevy 2 as the Nova, attempting to breathe new life into the model, but the reputation established during its earlier years lingered. Even budget-friendly vehicles need a design that resonates with consumers. A lack of visual appeal can render a product forgettable, as seen with the Chevy 2. While practicality is essential, consumers often seek excitement and responsiveness in their vehicles. A bland driving experience can lead to disinterest, regardless of a car's affordability. Car manufacturers must recognize the balance between offering practical vehicles and maintaining an engaging brand identity. The Chevy 2 serves as a cautionary tale of how easy it is to fall into the trap of producing generic models that fail to excite buyers. The Chevrolet Chevy 2, which evolved into the Nova, remains a notable example of a budget-friendly car that struggled to make its mark due to uninspired design and lackluster performance. While it met the practical needs of many buyers during its production, it ultimately became more forgettable than fun. This case highlights the importance of combining affordability with engaging design and performance to create vehicles that resonate with consumers. Number 7, Renault Doofen, a compact car that was introduced in the mid-1950s as an affordable alternative to American-made vehicles. While it aimed to attract budget-conscious consumers, the Doofen is often remembered for its poor reliability and build quality, leading to a tarnished reputation. Affordable import, the Renault Doofen was marketed as an economical option for American buyers, priced lower than many domestic cars, making it accessible for families and individuals on a budget. Compact size for urban driving. With its small footprint, the Doofen was designed to navigate crowded city streets easily, appealing to urban dwellers looking for a practical vehicle. The Doofen was available as a sedan and station wagon, catering to a variety of consumer needs, from daily commuting to family errands. Its straightforward design emphasized utility, targeting buyers who valued practicality over luxury or flair. The Doofen's engine was notorious for its lack of reliability, often leaving drivers stranded due to mechanical issues. This significantly undermined its appeal as a budget-friendly vehicle. The engine's limited power output led to sluggish acceleration and overall underwhelming performance, disappointing drivers who sought a more engaging driving experience. The Renault Doofen suffered from inconsistent build quality, with many vehicles plagued by issues like rust, poorly fitting panels, and unreliable electrical systems. Owners often found that the car's durability did not match their expectations, resulting in a high rate of complaints and negative reviews, which tarnished its reputation over time. As an imported vehicle, the Doofen faced stiff competition from well-established American brands, which offered more reliable models with better build quality and performance. As the automotive market evolved and consumers became more discerning, the Doofen's lack of reliability and overall quality led to declining sales and interest, eventually resulting in its discontinuation. When first introduced, the Renault Doofen attracted buyers looking for a low-cost alternative to American cars, with its pricing appealing to budget-conscious consumers. The novelty of a European import also sparked interest among consumers eager to try something different from the domestic offerings available at the time. As stories of mechanical failures and poor build quality circulated, the Doofen quickly earned a reputation for unreliability, leading to a loss of consumer trust. As American manufacturers improved their compact offerings, consumers increasingly turned to more reliable domestic vehicles, further diminishing the Doofen's appeal. A car's reputation is built on its reliability. For budget-conscious consumers, an affordable price tag is important, but it must be accompanied by dependable performance to maintain buyer trust. While targeting a budget-friendly market is essential, cutting corners on build quality and engineering can backfire. The Doofen serves as a reminder that consumers will ultimately favor reliability and quality over price. In an increasingly competitive automotive market, it's vital for manufacturers to distinguish themselves not only by price, but also by offering compelling features and reliability that can withstand scrutiny. The Renault Doofen, while initially marketed as an affordable alternative to American cars, serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of poor reliability and build quality. Its brief appeal in the budget-friendly segment was overshadowed by its reputation for mechanical failures and subpar construction, leading to its eventual decline in the market. This case highlights the critical balance that automotive manufacturers must strike between affordability and quality. Number 6, AMC Marlin, a car that aimed to capture the sporty fastback market as an affordable option. Despite its intentions, the Marlin struggled to find success due to its awkward design, lackluster performance, and pricing that didn't resonate with consumers. The Marlin was introduced as AMC's entry into the sporty coupe segment, designed to provide an attractive option for buyers who wanted a stylish car without breaking the bank. With its elongated roofline and fastback profile, the Marlin aimed to attract consumers looking for a sleek and modern aesthetic, reminiscent of more expensive sport coupes. AMC offered a range of engines for the Marlin, from economical 6-cylinders to more powerful V8s, allowing buyers to choose the level of performance that suited their needs. The Marlin was designed with everyday usability in mind, incorporating features that made it practical for family use, such as rear seating and a decent trunk space. The Marlin's design was criticized for its unbalanced proportions, with a long nose and short rear that created a visually awkward silhouette, detracting from its sporty aspirations. Unlike its competitors, which featured more dynamic and aggressive styling, the Marlin's design lacked the charisma necessary to attract buyers in a competitive market. While buyers had various engine choices, many found the base engines to be underpowered, resulting in sluggish acceleration that didn't match the sporty image AMC sought to portray. The Marlin's weight distribution and suspension setup contributed to handling that felt less agile than competitors, leaving drivers disappointed with the driving experience. Although positioned as a budget-friendly option, the Marlin's price point was higher than expected for a car that didn't deliver on performance or styling. This mismatch led potential buyers to consider more competitive options from other manufacturers. In comparison to other sporty cars on the market, the Marlin fell short in offering unique or compelling features, making it difficult to justify its price to budget-conscious consumers. Upon its release, the Marlin attracted attention for its unique concept of a budget sporty coupe, drawing in buyers intrigued by the idea of a more affordable performance vehicle. As an emerging player in the automotive industry, AMC had a degree of brand intrigue, which initially helped the Marlin gain some traction in the market. The Marlin quickly garnered mixed reviews, with critics pointing out its design flaws, performance issues, and questionable value, leading to declining consumer interest. As sales dropped, the Marlin struggled to maintain a presence in the competitive fastback segment, ultimately leading to its discontinuation after just a few years. A car's design must resonate with consumers. The Marlin serves as a reminder that disproportionate styling can alienate potential buyers, regardless of how well a car might perform. For a car positioned as sporty, performance is key. The Marlin's sluggishness contrasted sharply with consumer expectations for a sporty coupe, demonstrating that capability and excitement are critical for success in this segment. Price must align with consumer expectations for quality and performance. The Marlin's high price point without corresponding features or performance ultimately detracted from its value proposition. The AMC Marlin stands as a curious case in automotive history, a budget-friendly sporty fastback that, despite its ambitious intentions, struggled with odd proportions, sluggish performance, and a high price tag that didn't reflect its offering. While it may have found a niche among a few enthusiasts, its failure to compete with more appealing options from rival manufacturers led to its decline. The Marlin serves as a poignant example of the challenges automakers face when trying to blend affordability with sportiness. Number 5. Hillman Minks, a British compact car that aimed to capture the budget-conscious segment of the American market during the 1960s. Despite its intentions to offer an affordable alternative to American-made vehicles, the Minks faced numerous challenges that ultimately undermined its appeal. The Hillman Minks was introduced as an imported compact car designed for budget-conscious consumers in the U.S., aiming to offer an economical choice in a market increasingly drawn to smaller, more efficient vehicles. With its sleek British design, the Minks sought to attract buyers looking for something different from the more robust and heavier American cars of the time. The Minks was intended to be a straightforward, no-frills vehicle that emphasized functionality over luxury, appealing to families and individuals needing reliable transportation without extra bells and whistles. With its compact size and lighter weight, the Minks promised improved fuel efficiency compared to many larger vehicles, an attractive selling point during an era when fuel economy was becoming increasingly important. The Hillman Minks garnered a reputation for mechanical problems, leading to frequent breakdowns and dissatisfaction among owners. This lack of reliability severely impacted its long-term appeal. Reports of subpar build quality and components contributed to a perception that the Minks was a less dependable choice compared to its American counterparts, which often boasted stronger reliability records. The Minks was equipped with a modest engine that struggled to provide adequate power for highway driving, leaving many drivers feeling underwhelmed by its performance. Buyers noted that the Minks was particularly inadequate on inclines or during overtaking maneuvers, which made it less appealing to those who needed a vehicle capable of handling diverse driving conditions. The Hillman Minks was not widely sold in the U.S., resulting in a limited dealer network. This made it difficult for owners to access parts and service when issues arose. The lack of local support led to concerns among potential buyers about how they would manage repairs and maintenance, further reducing the Minks' attractiveness in the competitive American market. The Hillman Minks initially attracted attention as a European import, and consumers were curious about what a British compact could offer in terms of style and economy. For some budget-conscious buyers, the Minks provided an affordable alternative to more mainstream American cars, appealing to those looking for a different driving experience. As early adopters encountered reliability issues and performance shortcomings, sales began to decline. Word-of-mouth feedback about the Minks' drawbacks spread quickly, dampening interest. The Minks faced stiff competition from domestic compact cars that offered better reliability, support, and overall performance, leading to further losses in market share. A car must be dependable to gain consumer trust. The Hillman Minks illustrates how poor reliability can quickly erode a car's appeal, regardless of its initial intentions or affordability. When marketed as a vehicle for everyday use, a car must meet performance expectations. The Minks' struggles with power and handling showcase the necessity for adequate performance to satisfy consumers' needs. Having a robust dealer network is critical for imported vehicles. The Minks' limited availability of parts and service reinforce the importance of local support for building a loyal customer base. The Hillman Minks serves as a cautionary tale in the realm of budget-friendly vehicles, demonstrating that affordability alone cannot guarantee success in a competitive market. Its struggles with reliability, power, and dealer support ultimately led to its decline in popularity among American consumers. While it may have had the potential to fill a niche, the Minks' shortcomings ensured it would not be remembered as a significant player in the automotive landscape. Number 4. Dodge Dart, a compact car introduced by Dodge in the early 1960s. Designed as an affordable option in Dodge's lineup, the Dart aimed to capture the attention of budget-conscious consumers. However, despite its intentions, the Dart faced significant challenges that hampered its success and reputation. Launched as Dodge's entry into the compact car segment, the Dart was intended to offer a low-cost alternative for buyers looking for economical transportation. The Dart's straightforward engineering aimed to reduce manufacturing costs, making it a budget-friendly option for consumers who didn't need the frills of more expensive models. The Dart was designed to provide a practical balance of interior space and compact size, catering to families and individuals seeking a car that could navigate urban environments with ease. With various body styles available, including sedans and hardtops, the Dart aimed to meet diverse consumer needs while maintaining a focus on affordability. One of the most significant drawbacks of the early Dart models was their bland design. The styling was often described as generic and forgettable, failing to attract attention in a market where distinctive looks were increasingly valued. The Dart struggled to carve out a unique identity, with its design language not resonating with consumers seeking something more visually appealing. The interior of the Dart left much to be desired. Many early models featured cheap materials and uninspired layouts, contributing to a lackluster driving experience. With limited attention paid to comfort and aesthetics, the Dart's interior failed to create a welcoming environment for passengers, further diminishing its appeal. While the Dart offered a range of engine options, many early models were criticized for their lack of performance. Buyers often found the engines sluggish and uninspiring, making the driving experience less enjoyable. The Dart's handling characteristics were often described as average, lacking the sportiness that many consumers sought in compact cars. This further solidified its reputation as a forgettable choice in a competitive market. When the Dart was first introduced, it benefited from the growing interest in compact cars. Buyers were eager to explore affordable alternatives to larger sedans and full-size cars, giving the Dart a brief moment of attention. Dodge's established presence in the automotive market helped generate initial curiosity about the Dart, as consumers were familiar with the brand and its offerings. As early adopters began to experience the Dart's shortcomings in design, interior quality, and performance, interest waned. Word of mouth about its blandness and lackluster performance quickly spread. The Dart faced stiff competition from other compact models that offered more appealing designs, better performance, and superior interior quality, leading to further declines in sales. A car's design is crucial to its market success. The Dodge Dart illustrates how bland styling can lead to consumer indifference, emphasizing the need for unique and appealing aesthetics to capture attention. An uninspiring interior can detract from the overall ownership experience. The Dart's subpar materials and lack of comfort highlight the significance of creating a welcoming environment for passengers. Meeting performance expectations is vital for buyer satisfaction. The Dart's forgettable performance demonstrates how underwhelming power and handling can impact a car's desirability, regardless of its affordability. The Dodge Dart stands as a reminder of the challenges faced by budget-friendly compacts in the 1960s. While it aimed to be an affordable and practical choice for consumers, its struggles with design, interior quality, and performance ultimately hindered its success. Though the Dart would go on to evolve and see improvements in later years, its early models serve as a cautionary tale about the importance of a well-rounded approach to car design and marketing. Number 3. Ford Fairlane, a model produced during the 1960s that aimed to cater to middle-class buyers seeking a practical and affordable vehicle. Positioned between the compact Falcon and the full-size Galaxy, the Fairlane tried to fill a unique niche in Ford's lineup. However, despite its practicality, the Fairlane ultimately fell short of making a significant impact in the automotive market. The Fairlane was designed to serve the needs of middle-class families, offering a balance of size, comfort, and price. It aimed to be an affordable alternative for buyers who required more space than the Falcon could provide without stepping up to the larger Galaxy. Available in various configurations, including sedans, hardtops, and station wagons, the Fairlane was positioned to appeal to a wide range of consumers, from families to young professionals. The Fairlane's practical design focused on delivering adequate space for passengers and cargo, making it a suitable choice for everyday use. It aimed to provide a reliable and functional vehicle for families on a budget. With a focus on value, the Fairlane included essential features to meet the needs of average buyers without overwhelming them with unnecessary luxury. One of the Fairlane's most significant shortcomings was its engine options. Many buyers found the available engines to be lackluster and unexciting, resulting in a driving experience that felt uninspired. Competing models from other manufacturers often offered more powerful and engaging engines, which made the Fairlane's offerings feel even more disappointing in comparison. The Fairlane's design failed to evolve significantly during its production run. While it maintained a classic look, it lacked the innovative features and styling updates that other models were embracing during the 1960s. As a result of its unremarkable design and lack of standout features, the Fairlane became easily overshadowed by its competitors and even by its siblings in the Ford lineup, leading to a perception of it being forgettable. When first introduced, the Fairlane received a warm reception from middle-class buyers who appreciated its practical approach and affordability, leading to respectable sales figures. The variety of body styles allowed the Fairlane to reach a diverse audience, making it a common sight on the roads. Over time, buyers began to feel disillusioned with the Fairlane as they sought cars that offered more excitement and advanced features. The lack of innovative options contributed to a decline in interest. As competitors rolled out more engaging and stylish vehicles, the Fairlane struggled to maintain its relevance in an increasingly crowded market. The Fairlane illustrates the importance of offering compelling engine options. A car that lacks power and excitement can quickly become a disappointment for buyers seeking an engaging driving experience. Stagnation in design and features can lead to a decline in consumer interest. The Fairlane's lack of innovation highlights the necessity of evolving with market trends and consumer expectations to maintain relevance. While practicality is essential, a vehicle must also resonate emotionally with buyers. The Fairlane's forgettable nature serves as a reminder that a balance between functionality and desirability is crucial for long-term success. The Ford Fairlane stands as an example of a practical choice that ultimately missed the mark in an evolving automotive landscape. While it aimed to serve the needs of middle-class buyers, its shortcomings in engine performance, design, and innovation led to a decline in its popularity. Although the Fairlane would see various iterations and attempts to regain its footing in later years, its legacy is often overshadowed by competitors that offered more excitement and appeal. Number 2, Simco 1000, a compact car imported from France that aimed to capture the attention of budget-conscious American buyers in the 1960s. While the Simco 1000 was positioned as an economical option, it ultimately struggled to win over consumers due to a variety of significant shortcomings. The Simco 1000 was designed to attract American buyers seeking an affordable compact car during a time when fuel efficiency and cost-effectiveness were becoming increasingly important. With its small size and practical design, the Simco 1000 aimed to offer easy maneuverability and parking, making it an appealing choice for urban drivers and those looking for a budget-friendly option. Positioned as a European alternative to American compacts, the Simco 1000 featured a distinctive design intended to stand out in a sea of domestic vehicles. The manufacturer hoped its unique styling would attract buyers looking for something different. The car was intended to provide enough room for passengers while maintaining a compact footprint, making it a suitable choice for small families or individuals needing practical transport. The Simco 1000's engine was criticized for its lack of power and responsiveness, which left drivers feeling unsatisfied and frustrated, especially when compared to the more robust offerings from American manufacturers. The combination of weak performance and lackluster handling made for an uninspiring driving experience, which ultimately turned off potential buyers who craved excitement and engagement behind the wheel. While the Simco 1000 sought to differentiate itself with its unique styling, many consumers found its design odd and unattractive. Its unconventional shape did not resonate with the tastes of the average American buyer. Instead of standing out for its charm, the car often blended into the background due to its unusual proportions, leading to it being overlooked in favor of more appealing options. The Simco 1000 was plagued by mechanical problems, which contributed to a poor reputation for reliability. Frequent repairs and maintenance concerns left many buyers disappointed and frustrated. The limited availability of parts and service for an imported car further complicated ownership, as American buyers often found it difficult to get their vehicles serviced when issues arose. When first introduced, the Simco 1000 generated curiosity among budget-conscious consumers looking for a compact car alternative. Its European roots intrigued buyers who were looking for something different from the standard American fare. The car's affordable pricing made it an attractive option for those looking to save money while still having a vehicle for daily use. As buyers began to experience the weaknesses of the Simco 1000, particularly its performance and reliability, interest waned significantly. With many competitors offering more reliable and better-performing compact cars, the Simco 1000 struggled to maintain a foothold in an increasingly competitive market. The Simco 1000 serves as a reminder that performance is a crucial factor for consumer satisfaction. A vehicle that lacks power and responsiveness is unlikely to win over buyers who value an engaging driving experience. While distinctive styling can attract interest, it can also alienate potential buyers. The Simco 1000's strange design highlights the importance of creating a look that appeals to a broad audience. No matter how budget-friendly a car may be, if it suffers from mechanical issues and reliability problems, buyers will quickly lose interest. A solid reputation for durability is essential for success in the automotive market. In conclusion, the Simco 1000 stands as an example of a budget-friendly import that ultimately failed to resonate with American consumers. Despite its initial appeal as an economical compact, its shortcomings in performance, styling, and reliability led to its decline in popularity. The lessons learned from the Simco 1000 continue to be relevant for automakers today, emphasizing the importance of balancing affordability with quality, performance, and design. Number 1. Rambler Classic, a mid-size car produced by American Motors Corporation, AMC, from 1961 to 1966. Marketed as a practical and economical choice, the Rambler Classic aimed to attract budget-conscious consumers. However, despite its intentions, it ultimately failed to impress due to a series of critical shortcomings. The Rambler Classic was designed to offer a practical and economical option for families and individuals seeking a mid-size vehicle. It positioned itself as an affordable alternative to larger sedans without sacrificing utility. With a focus on delivering a reasonable price point, the Rambler Classic aimed to attract buyers looking for a car that offered good fuel economy and enough space for everyday needs. The Rambler Classic was marketed as a spacious car, designed to provide comfortable seating for passengers and ample cargo capacity. This practicality was an essential selling point for families. The car's layout and features were intended to make it user-friendly, catering to those who valued simplicity and functionality in their vehicles. One of the most significant drawbacks of the Rambler Classic was its bland exterior styling. The car lacked the charisma and flair that could attract attention, leading to a forgettable presence on the road. In an era when competitors were embracing bold designs and eye-catching aesthetics, the Rambler Classic's conservative approach made it blend into the background rather than stand out. The Rambler Classic offered a range of engines that failed to excite or inspire. Many buyers found the powertrains uninspiring, leading to a lack of engagement when driving. The combination of lackluster acceleration and handling resulted in a driving experience that felt flat and unremarkable, further diminishing the car's appeal to performance-oriented consumers. During the 1960s, AMC faced increasing challenges in maintaining its reputation as a competitive automaker. The Rambler Classic's association with a struggling brand deterred some buyers who preferred more established names in the automotive market. Despite efforts to promote the Rambler Classic as a practical choice, AMC's overall brand image and declining sales made it difficult for the Classic to gain traction among consumers. When introduced, the Rambler Classic generated some interest due to its positioning as a budget-friendly midsize option. It appealed to buyers who prioritized affordability and practicality. The car's spacious interior and economical attributes attracted families looking for reliable transportation without breaking the bank. As the Rambler Classic hit the market, many buyers quickly realized that the car did not live up to expectations in terms of style, performance, or brand reputation. This led to a rapid decline in sales, with competitors offering more appealing designs and better-performing vehicles. The Rambler Classic struggled to hold its ground in an increasingly competitive midsize market. The Rambler Classic is a prime example of how important styling is in attracting consumers. A car that fails to capture the imagination can easily become forgettable, regardless of its practical attributes. Offering uninspiring powertrains can significantly undermine a car's appeal. Buyers often look for vehicles that deliver both practicality and an enjoyable driving experience. A strong and positive brand reputation plays a crucial role in consumer decision-making. The Rambler Classic suffered from AMC's declining reputation, demonstrating the importance of brand perception in the automotive market. In conclusion, the Rambler Classic represents a budget-friendly midsize car that, despite its practical intentions, struggled to find its place in the automotive landscape of the 1960s. With dull styling, underwhelming powertrains, and the burden of a declining brand, the Rambler Classic serves as a reminder that a successful car must strike a balance between affordability, performance, and appeal.